Oh, we are live. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host Dakota. What up, Dakota?
What up, big dog? I know it's been a minute and we've got a lot to kind of skim over, but we're busy. We're working dads. It's the holidays now. We've been blazing through it, but got some stuff to talk about, man. I went to the desert. I saw a cacti.
I
Uh,
can't wait to talk about this.
yeah, I'm gonna break all that down and we're gonna talk about a champion. Man, let's jump in it.
Well, whenever I get this intro video actually pulled up, we will.
Oh, whoops. Well, it's great
Let's
to.
do it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
Heyo,
How
boy,
do I sound?
you sound like your mic's not plugged in.
Shit.
You sound like you're talking to the laptop.
Really? Okay,
I was
let's
just
see.
throwing it out there. I thought about it earlier and I forgot to say something.
Oh, dude,
But
you're right.
I
It
hear
does
you
say
fine.
MacBook Pro.
Okay.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
There it is. That sounds perfect.
Does it sound better?
Yeah, sounds beautiful. There it
That's
is.
crazy.
I was trying not to be the guy talking shit because I have faulty shit all the time, but I was like, his mic's not on.
No, I'm glad you said something. I would have gone this entire episode not knowing that, and it would have.
Yeah, it sounded like you were on. It sounded like you were on speakerphone.
Damn it.
So I was kind of like, well, I didn't really notice it until you already hit live, and I didn't want to say anything about it in the intro. But I was like, I don't think his mic's on.
All right. Well, thanks for catching that, so I don't sound like an
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
hear
yeah,
you loud and clear now.
I mean, this is gonna be our last episode for a while, so I don't want to
Yeah, for a long
sound like an
while. I'm
idiot.
ready to take a long, long nap.
Yeah.
Very long hibernation until race cars crank up again.
Yeah, I
Which
agree.
aren't you gonna go see race cars like tomorrow?
Yeah, I am actually.
Is that for work or pleasure? Pleasure.
I
both?
say for work. So I'm going with Travis, right?
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm going because it's like down the
figured you
road.
were pulling the flow card. Yeah, I mean, Dale Jr.'s racing an hour from your house. I would go to that.
Exactly. So I was already planning on going.
Okay, yeah. That'd be
But
sick.
so yeah, I was planning on going. Because it's on Flow and we're hosting the event.
I'd walk and be like, "Yeah, what's up?" Flash a little.
Well,
ID
yeah,
card.
so I know I can like get in, right? It's not like when we go to the
Yeah.
Cup race and they yell
Whip
at
my
us.
dick out.
Yeah, like I can just kind of
Drunk.
go.
Yeah.
And so I was planning on going, but I was just gonna like go up by myself and probably hang out in the pits and like
Okay.
walk around, talk to people I work with.
Jeremy said he might go. That'd be cool if you got to meet him.
Yeah, he is gonna go. So
Yeah, that'd be cool. He's really cool. He's really cool, and I never knew it. It's never even been addressed in the chat. He's a Yankee.
Wait, really?
Yeah. When I
He's
met him
not
at
from
Bristol,
South Carolina?
No, he's from New York. He
Oh,
lives
okay.
in South
Well,
Carolina.
then
Super
he
cool.
fits in perfect here.
Well, yeah, he's super cool. But when I met him, he was like, "Oh yeah, nice to meet you." And I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck is that?"
Why did
like,
you just talk like a Canadian? I don't think
I
you
don't
know
know.
accents very well.
You know.
What was that? Is that Israeli? Yeah. So it turned into me just like going just to see like junior race, because I knew I could go and it's like an hour from my house. And then next thing I know, like Jeremy's going, so I'm gonna meet up with him.
Your Clemson
Travis
buddy?
and what?
No, no. I was saying, is your Clemson buddy going?
No, he can't make it actually.
Oh.
But Travis and his buddy Derek are gonna be there,
Cool.
and Nick I think is going now also. So I'm gonna be hanging out with like quite a few people at this race.
Hell yeah,
that'll be cool. I was just on their podcast, Travis.
Yeah, check
Travis's
them out.
podcast.
It's rows 1 through 10, right?
Yep, rows 1 through 10, and because they were like, "Oh, if you're gonna be there, you should come on." And talk about the race. I was like, I don't really keep up with it much, but I'll come on just to shoot the shit. We pretty much spent the whole time. Well, we pretty much spent the whole time like talking about me working at Flow, actually, which is something I like never talk about on the podcast. But they were just curious. So I talked about that a lot. Yeah, so it should be fun tomorrow. It'll be a good time out at Florence.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, good to
Yeah,
see
I
Junior
always know
race.
I'm getting close to your house when I get through Florence.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm
once
like,
you pass the Darlington Water Tower and
yeah,
then past the Florence exit, you're like, okay, we got like
just one
another
more
hour
hour.
and a half. Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
so I guess I am gonna go. So I was talking about how I'm like over racing, and that's what I'm gonna be doing all day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm more over cup racing or
Yeah, that's the
NASCAR.
thing. I'm actually excited about going to see late models.
Yeah,
Is
that'd
that
be cool.
weird?
I've never
Like,
been to one. I've always wanted to go, but like this will sound terrible. Like there's some like 2 hours from here. Like
mhm.
there's one down like 16, there's one down 75, about 2 hours, like where Jacob lives. And then there's a couple like an hour and a half north. But like I don't know anything about them. I just like when I'm at work and I pass one, I'm like, oh shit, there's a short track. Cool. And like that's the
Right.
last time I ever think about it. I'm not like, what's their schedule? When can I come up here?
Yeah. No, I
It
get
would be
it.
cool, but yeah, if there was some like like there was one thing,
Like if Junior was coming.
I saw like it was it was a year or two ago or something. It was like Brad Keselowski Racing is coming down to Vidalia Speedway, and like he was racing like an hour and a half from here. Like, and I saw it the day of, like on a Friday night. Brad K was racing like a late model race, and I was like, "What
Oh,
the
that's pretty sick.
sick!" Like if you were a local racer and that he showed up, how cool would that be? But like I saw it and it was like day of, and I was like, well, I'm not. That would have been cool to go to, but I'm not gonna go now.
Do they have any like cars tour races come near you?
I have no idea. I'm
I,
not in Georgia that I know of, but I know there's like we have Sonoya, big like that's the big dirt track's like 45 minutes from me, and
mm,
when the Tony Stewart series was gonna go to, or it got rained out.
right. Yeah. Well,
I've still never even been there.
yeah. I mean, so Tony Stewart's series is gone now. If
Yeah,
you
it's
were
the
unaware.
Kyle Larson series.
Yeah. But they might be going back. I actually don't even know the full
Yeah.
schedule yet.
Well, I went to go one time and it started pouring down rain and rained out. That was like the only time I went to go to the dirt race.
Was that when I like gave you tickets or whatever?
No. No, that one is the one that got rained out, but the time years before I even met you, I went out there to go to a dirt race like for fun, and it rained. It like right when I got
So it
there,
just
it started
always
pouring.
rains.
Yeah, right when I got there, it started pouring down rain. Well, summertime in Georgia, it
Yeah.
rains.
Yeah. Go figure.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to redeem that trip and go out there. My buddy dirt races, and he's always like, "Come on out," and I'm like, I don't want to be, like mooching.
It's pretty fun, man.
But yeah,
It's
I
pretty
keep
fun.
saying I'm gonna go, and I've yet to do it.
Yeah. I mean, this race this weekend is going to be a lot more like NASCAR in
Yeah,
the sense
I'm
that
sure it'll be
it's
cool.
400,
Uh,
short track, late
Hell, Josh
model.
Berry will be
So
there with Rodney Childers. That'll be sick.
yeah, yeah, dude. That's like
Yeah,
a
driving Kevin
official
Harvick's
team
car.
now. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of good drivers that have been coming up through there. What
yeah,
is that, Landon Huffman or whatever? That
yeah. Landon Huffman,
he's
and
like
then what's
best
that?
buds with like
What is it? Lane Riggs or something?
yeah,
That kid that keeps getting a couple truck starts.
Butterbean. He's tilting on
I
Brembo.
don't fucking like that name. Everybody's like, yeah, Butterbean. I'm like, dude, are we serious? Are we taking this serious?
Well, kind of not. I mean, his paint schemes are wild, but
Yeah.
he's just
Ain't that the kid that won the All Star
he's a
or
big
at North Wilkesboro?
personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a big personality. Yeah, he was at North Wilkesboro. He won, I think, this race last year, actually. So he is going to be like a legit favorite for a
Okay.
lot of people. Yeah.
And you've been to Florence before, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
I remember
it's nice.
telling
They've
me
been
about.
reinvesting a lot.
That's cool.
It's
That's
they're
cool.
making it like a nice track. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So it's actually I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to
Are
be
any
a
of your work
really fun
friends
day.
gonna be there, or anybody you know from
Yeah.
work?
Yeah, a couple people from work I know. So I'll be like probably walk around, hang out with them for a little bit like before the racing
Are you gonna wear a
starts.
polo, or are you just gonna wear like a shirt?
No, I'm gonna wear my polo, my flow
Yeah,
gear.
official.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just easier to like get around and do shit when you do that.
Oh, I don't blame you one bit.
Yeah. It would be like if you worked for NASCAR and you went to a cup race, like you're definitely gonna wear all your NASCAR stuff, right? Because you're gonna be able to just walk wherever you want.
Yeah, that'll be sick. That'll be sick.
Are you
Send pictures.
delayed?
Post pictures. I don't know. I think I am on the comments.
Oh shit! I haven't even read the comments yet. It's been so
Like,
long since we've done one of these shows.
5 of them just popped up on my screen, and I was like, is my internet or is it
What
me?
up? What up?
What up, Big Daddy Nick?
Jeremy.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Big Dog, Fire Chief, or what? No, you're not. You're Captain.
Captain, I
Corporal.
think he told us the other day. I don't
He
remember.
told the day. I can't keep up.
Fire
with
General. I'm gonna say Fire General.
I don't think that's a position.
Jeremy the Fire Colonel.
He's not chief, but he's like the next rank under, I think.
Yeah, General.
Captain. Give me a shout,
shout
Dakota.
out.
What up, Charles? I can't wait to break Charles Dega cherry.
Buck Slayer Dakota, right back
No,
at
that's
you.
you. That's you, big dog.
Yeah, right back at you, Nick. We saw. I'm gonna try to make my way to Florence. Yeah, dude, I hit you up. Where are you at, man?
Hey.
Let me know, because Jeremy also captain. Captain, my captain.
I told you.
Jeremy, yeah, I got your message about the grandstands don't open until 4. I'm trying to figure that out myself because I saw that online as well. I mean, there's no way that's right. They're gonna have to be open to the public for practice and stuff, I would think.
Yeah, it would make sense. Why would they not let fans in?
Right.
They want to make money.
Yeah, that's just really weird. I don't know if that's right.
Hey, we could sell. We could sell concessions for 6 hours, or we can sell them for 3.
Right. Yeah. Like, I know Nick and his buddy are camping out there tonight. They're like already
Jeez,
there.
what?
It's a big event, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think he could get away with the new baby.
What? No, what did I say? I said Travis.
You said Nick.
Shit, my bad. I meant Travis and Derek, his buddy. They're camping out there.
Yeah, there's some wild bucks, man. They get after it.
That just doesn't sound right because they're doing practice and stuff.
The schedule looked weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find out more at least tomorrow morning.
Go Junior.
You know what? I'll shoot a message right now.
I'll just go ahead and ask the CEOs. Oh man, but dude, yeah, it's been a minute since we've been on. Sorry for the delay. I'm busy. Rattlesnake's been having to twist my arm to get me on here. I'm just all over the place. I've been all over the country, honestly. I've been flying, high flying, jet riding, fucking good looking son of a gun. I'm still on desert time, it seems, because I don't know when to do episodes. I'm so NASCAR'd out. I went to a championship
trash
weekend.
now, man.
I'm just dirty. I can tell by the gecko tattoo.
The gecko tattoo. You're a desert
dirty
trash.
Desert trash. My parents own a tilapia farm. And man, I went to the desert and it was fucking beautiful. Like, it was awesome. I know you're from fucking Texas, but the Arizona desert was fucking sick, dude. I totally was like, I could never, ever, ever live here. But fuck, this is really cool. Like, everywhere you look was just like, oh, look at that mountain.
So I also want everybody to know, when I was texting you and you said you could never live here, I think your reason for that was you wouldn't know where to shoot deer at.
Yeah, you can't. There's no hardwoods and ponds.
That was your one. You're just like, well, how am I gonna shoot deer out here? I could never live here. There's no deer. I don't know where the deer
I
are.
literally was like, I can't hunt and fish out here. And
and I immediately was like, I think they probably have things to hunt, but I don't.
I
don't know.
Yeah, in the goddamn desert.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah,
Jim was a hell of a host. Jim's got it going on. I know if you remember Jim from Dega. Jim's got it going on.
Early Daytona 500 picks. Oh,
we'll give some of those in a minute. Jim was a hell of a host, man. God bless him. He fucking definitely gave back from me bringing him out to Dega, and I was totally grateful because he definitely showed me how to do Phoenix. It was awesome. He picked me up from the airport. We went and got his camper, went out to the track, and the only thing I could say was Jim was like, "Oh yeah, dude, like, I'm just on the other side of town. Like there's Phoenix and Jim lives up here, and Phoenix is like down, the track's like down here." Well, in the desert, the way time works is like, yeah, on the other side of town's like an hour and a half. Yes, is like, he was like, "We're gonna get my camper and go to the track." What up, Andy? We got the camper and left, and he typed in the track, and it was like an hour and 15 minutes. So I was like, dude, like an hour to the track. Fine, whatever. Well, like 3 hours later, I looked at the fucking GPS, and it said we were like 45 minutes away. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I feel like I've been in
Wait,
the
so
truck.
what do you mean?
I was saying, like, it just, you're looking at that mountain and you're like, the track's over there by that mountain. And you're in the truck for like an hour and the mountain still looks an hour away. Like, the perception of distance and
So
time
you're
out
saying,
there
okay,
doesn't make
okay. So
any
you're
fucking.
saying,
I'm exaggerating.
you were
But
y'all were driving to the track, and it was like an hour and a half drive from his place, right?
yes.
And
But
it
it
took
felt
an
like
hour and a
4
half.
hours.
But
It
to
felt like
you,
4 hours.
yeah, because you're not used to just seeing for forever.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I
So
see what you're saying.
I'm
I
just
see what you're
looking
saying.
at this mountain and it's not getting any fucking closer.
Yeah.
Like, we're
Okay.
just driving and
Dude,
driving
that
and
is
driving. And I'm like,
brutal.
dude, like, I'm not saying shit because I'm trying to be totally patient and grateful. But I was like, when the fuck are we getting there? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
No, it's brutal. And Nick, it's
Uh,
not even the mountains. It's not the mountains aren't the
Nah,
problem.
yeah, it was
The
just more
problem is
being
that
like, I can see for 20 miles.
yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah. That's the thing when you get
probably
out
farther
into
than
the
that. I can see 50
Southwest.
miles. Yeah,
Dude,
I
one
can
time
see forever.
I was driving through New Mexico once, and it was at night, and I legit
Oh,
after a
shit.
couple hours had to switch with one of my buddies because I was like losing my
Yeah.
mind because I was like I'm staring at the same thing, and I started thinking
And
we
it's not
weren't
getting any
moving
closer.
anymore because I was
Oh.
like, oh my, dude, I was losing my. I mean, there was a lot of Adderall. It was like 5 a.m. I mean, we were driving back from Colorado, but nevertheless, it does trip you out because you can just see the thing and it like doesn't move, and you're just
Yeah.
like, what the
That's
fuck? Like,
that's what was getting me. Like,
starts to drive you crazy.
the scenery is beautiful, but
Mhm.
I'm just like, dude, that mountain hasn't gotten any closer.
It
And
kinda
like,
drives you
we're
crazy, doesn't
driving
it?
straight to it.
Yeah, feels
Yeah.
like you're not making any progress.
So we finally getting off the exit. We're like 10 minutes away. Oh, fuck
Okay.
yeah. And then we pull up and you can see the track like in the horizon. Like, when you get off the exit at Dagan, you see it out there and you just get that little tinkle in your butthole. You see the track in the grandstands. You're like, oh, shit. And I'm like, wow, I've watched this racetrack for like 20 fucking years of my life and watched races here. And now I'm fucking looking at it. That was the vibe I was getting. And it was just so cool and surreal when we finally pulled in the camping lot. And TV has never, ever, ever done justice for me, or I've just been too stupid to pay attention. But Phoenix is fucking gorgeous. The track is beautiful, and it's like tucked in this little valley of mountains. Like, there's
How did
mountains.
you not know that?
Okay, I just fucking watch TV and watch the race.
I know, but
Dude,
every time they zoom out, you see the mountains.
I never even paid any attention to it.
Okay.
Like, I never even paid attention to it.
I always assumed it was really pretty.
Well,
track.
TV doesn't do any fucking justice for this place.
All right.
And I get there and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you're outside the grandstands and there's just huge mountains like all around. Like, Bristol's awesome, but this is like 8 times bigger than Bristol's mountain. Like, this is real fucking desert mountains.
Right.
And the track's like in this little valley. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, no one ever told me about this. And we're pulling in on a Thursday afternoon and the parking lot is slammed full. Like, as far as the eye can see is people camping. And I'm like, dude, this is insane. Like, this is packed. There's a shit ton of people here.
It was that.
Yeah.
It was that crazy,
dude. Oh yeah. Like, Dega ain't got shit on this. I was like, whoa.
Wait, what? Did you say Dega doesn't have shit on
Yeah.
this?
Dude, like,
Stop.
way more camping. Way more.
I
camping.
swear to
This was
God,
like Dega. It was like Dega 04. It was like Dega
I have a
04.
theory that when you go to this race, they just force some Kool-Aid down your throat and you come back with these grand ideas. There's no way you just said that this is way better than Dega.
No, I didn't say better. I said more people. I didn't say
There's
better.
more people than Dega even?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's
I'm saying
crazy
camping
to me.
wise. I do think there's people there. You go for it, Charles. I'm gonna make this sound worth it because I'm not fucking going, but you go if you want to. I highly recommend it. But dude, I'm saying I think there were plenty of people there that were like camping for the fun time, like they could give shit less about racing. I'm just saying, like, everybody's got a camper. Like, there's probably people getting hotels and Airbnbs, like some of our friends, but probably 75% of people there are camping. I don't know if you got to see any of the panoramics when they zoomed out the track and showed the miles of campers. It was badass. Like, it was a hike to get out to our camping spot, and I was totally blown away. I was blown away. And anyways, fucking going to the track finally was super cool. Getting the desert life experience with Jim. Going to the track, man, just getting to the facility and the midway, I was blown away. Like, this place is freaking gorgeous. No wonder this has a championship race. Like, yeah, no shit. It's all making sense now. The midway had it going on. There's probably, Nathan would vouch for this if you talk to him, there's probably 20 different food vendors and taco trucks and personal custom eateries, not like Jim Bob's corn dogs, like El Ecuador's fucking taco trucks.
El
Like,
Ecuador's
so,
taco.
like, I'm
All
talking
right.
about like not even like circus vendors, like real legit restaurants and companies came out and are vending in the midway. And it was super sick. Nathan went and got some local Mexican place at the truck. I just brought my food because I know how these things go. And I brought food in, but Nathan brought food there, and he brought up this burrito in the grandstands. It looked amazing. But I'm just saying there was like real food. It wasn't just like your frozen cheeseburger and fries. So that was pretty cool. The haulers were awesome. Track was so then we get in the track, escalators. It was a mini version of Daytona. You know how amazing the grandstands and experiences at Daytona.
Right.
Getting to Phoenix was like just a little taste of that in the desert. Escalators, beautiful vending, bathrooms exquisitely clean. I could sleep in here. Walk into the track, dude, and TV doesn't do justice at all. We walk into the track and you see it like for the first time and the mountains and Phoenix in the background. And it was like, this track is fucking sick. Like, this place is beautiful. I totally understand why we're getting championship races here. I know the product has been shit or trash the last couple of years. Don't know why it's been a championship race, even though I think this one was pretty good. Man, the place was like, I literally was like, sold. I get like, yeah, if you're gonna bring it back here, I get it. But if you're watching on TV, you're not getting any of this. You're not getting any of these atmospheric experiences. Like, going here for the event, I was like, yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 experience.
Damn.
But being there, and then even with the weekend package, the truck race shit show that, what up, Bailey? The fucking Xfinity race was awesome. For a while, someone who goes to home every year, the race is phenomenal, but the facility's updated. Yeah, so I always wanted to go to champ race at Miami. I was finally working up the nerve, getting to where I'm making more money. I'm being an adult, and they moved it. So it's kind of like, I had to go to Phoenix for obvious reasons, but then now I'm like, I'm good. It was definitely cool being at your first champ race. And that was the thing too. I feel like we talked before, is like Phoenix just never really did it for me. Like, it doesn't feel like champ weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Being there, I almost had to keep reminding myself, like, oh, fuck yeah, like, we're gonna crown a champion tonight, like each race series, and taking the racing for what it was, but like, this is a fucking championship race. So it had that extra little energy, like buzz to it, of like, not only are we watching badass racing, like, this is for the fucking championship. Even before the truck race imploded. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun, just like it, like, you know how the Daytona 500 is like, this is a fucking Daytona 500. It's
right,
not,
yeah.
it's not Atlanta race. Like, it's
Right.
got that feel to it.
Yeah.
This was like, this is the fucking championship race. And we everywhere we sat in a couple different places each day, but each spot was pretty good view. You can see the whole track. It reminded me of Richmond, just a little flatter. Like, you can see the whole track pretty good.
Nice.
Little smaller in Atlanta, obviously, but the whole place, the facility was great. Everything I liked. Fold down seats were nice, cup holders. The whole place was really great. I totally was sold. I would recommend going if someone's thinking about going. I got one and done. I'm good. But the camp experience was badass because I had someone to go camping with. Our buddies went and got an Airbnb. They said they loved it. They were like 20 minutes from the track.
Was it the most packed race?
Yeah, so I think I don't know if pictures or videos did justice. I tried sending you
yeah, it looks crazy packed.
Remember Darlington? We were like, yo, this shit's packed.
Darlington was packed.
It was like that, but more. Like you have to sit in your seat. Like, it's sold out. It's packed. Walking in the pre-race was like, dude, this place is fucking packed. And I mean, there's like some seats here and there. People, there's plenty of people that don't come.
So you, well, I'm sure you were coming all over the place, but
yes.
So I'm sure now that you've been, are you like, okay, I understand. Like, this is why there's a championship here.
Yep. Yeah, I totally get it. I get why.
Okay.
The facility.
Okay.
Now race we know. We can jump into the race, but
now we know. That's good. It's good to know.
Yeah, I'm totally like, I get why there's a champ race here.
Other people could come on here and tell me that, and I'd just be like, kind of roll my eyes, like, okay,
yeah, sure.
But I trust you because we do Daytona 500 together.
When we
were
there, I was like, this totally makes sense.
Yeah,
like
right
for what this is put on for the fan. Like when we go to Daytona, we're always I can't believe how nice this place is.
Yeah,
the whole weekend at Phoenix, we were saying that.
Was it nicer than Daytona's facilities?
It was literally like the same, just like a smaller version. So
it's on par, you would say?
It's on par, yeah, on the same. It's on par with Daytona.
That's really nice.
Like super nice, brand new, remodeled bathrooms, working escalators flowing people in and up and down. Stairs as an option. Vendors, like plenty of vendors. Like if you wanted to get beer, if you wanted, I mean, the prices were ridiculous as usual. They did have it's Busch Light sponsored weekend $5 Bushes, which I snuck in alcohol anyway. That was okay. So here's
wait, hold up. You snuck in alcohol?
Let me back up before I started that sentence. So in the state of Nevada, or not Nevada, Arizona, your sporting facilities are not allowed to bring. You're not allowed to bring in alcohol.
Oh, okay. So it's not even their choice.
It's not even the track's choice. Right. At first, I flipped out, but then in the state of Arizona, like their football stadium's not allowed to either. You're not allowed.
Right.
Well, that's kind of normal, but like you're not allowed to bring in outside alcohol anyway. So, there's another thing. Here's another thing.
That's a stupid rule, but
here's another thing. After you enter the entrance in the midway, I'm sure you've heard about it, but the barn, this big, this big bar facility,
right,
concert area they have in there, sick as fuck. But you can go into it's an actual bar. Like you can go if you're walking around Midway and you're like, I want to go a damn drink or a beer. You can go in there and sit at a bar top, and there's like hot fucking waitresses coming up, like, what can I get you? And it's like it probably seats 50. You know, there's like open way like high tops to sit around.
Yeah.
But like there's the bar like wraps around. You can walk all the way around it, and there's probably 6 to 8 bartenders, and it probably seats 50 people. And like it's a legit badass bar.
By the way, how did you like Ojos Locos? When y'all sent me that photo that you were at an Ojos Locos, I actually started dying laughing.
Let me just show you what
I immediately was like, damn, Dakota's gonna love that place.
I had no look, I thought I was walking into a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, that's why.
Let me preface that.
I just thought I was authentic Mexican.
No,
and I was like, you did not go to.
I've never. Restaurant. Hey, look. This place was in between Jim's house and where their Airbnb was.
Look, I'm not hating on it. But no, look, it's like if
I just typed in
Mexican in town, and I just typed in Mexican.
So we went there and we're walking up, and I see all these TVs, and I'm like, oh, cool, they're gonna have football on.
Did Jim not know what it was?
Great place to see. No, Jim had no idea what it was.
Oh, okay.
So Jim would refer this was on the ghetto side of town.
Okay, and, I think they're from Texas, like because they're all over Texas.
We're walking up, and there's like a cop outside, and like a fucking bouncer and shit, and he's checking IDs, and I'm kind of like, this is a restaurant, like I. Like what? Okay, I get in the vibe. It's like a bar.
Yeah, let people know kind of what this place is for our audience that doesn't.
So this is Hooters on fucking methamphetamine, and it was
Mexican
PCP, and it was fucking amazing. This is the best Mexican I've ever been to in my fucking life. And we walk in, and
in Texas they're nicknamed Mexican Hooters. That's what like some people call it. Mexican
and it's
Hooters.
Also what De los Muertos, Day of the Dead or whatever. And so these girls are getting their culture on, and these are some of the finest chiquitas I've ever seen in my fucking life. And they are wearing all their Day of the Dead shit, and there's literally big booty Latinas serving me tacos and Modelo and G-strings. In G-strings. So I'm in hog heaven. Nathan's over there trying not to lose his fucking mind. I'm flipping out, and I'm just thankful that my friends are there because I would have gotten in a lot of trouble. And that was the best damn shit I ever had in my life. I would go there. I told Jim, I said, dude, I would be here every fucking weekend.
I know you would.
Yeah, I go, dude. He goes, yeah, I did not know this place was here. And I was like, yeah, sorry, babe, I'm working late tonight.
Interesting.
Jim's gonna be a regular in there now. Yeah, the place was badass.
I
So then
didn't
when
know
you
they
text
were
me like,
even
what the
outside of
fuck is
Texas.
that? And I was like, you know what this place is? I don't even know what this is.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
they're
badass.
I'm on their website now.
Yeah, I need to send you their Facebook. You need to go to that specific one.
So they only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 locations outside of Texas, but they have like probably like 50
What's it
in the
called?
state of
Oros
Texas.
something?
Ojos Locos.
Ojos.
OJOS.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I found it.
Yeah, sports.
We need to find the motherfucking Phoenix one. That's the one you need.
They're all over like Dallas, San Antonio, Austin,
Oh,
Houston,
yeah. This is
Corpus.
This is the one right here. I like what I'm seeing. Oh yeah. Our chicas are waiting for you to come in and sit with them.
The reason that I just thought it was so funny is
Look,
Dakota was texting me, bitching. They were trying to figure out dinner, and he was like, "I just want to go to a sports bar, but everybody else wants some like good Mexican food." And I was like, "Dude, go get good Mexican food. Like you're in Arizona, enjoy it. Like that's the time to enjoy it." Probably like 20 minutes later, I get a photo of the whole group outside of an Ojos Locos, which I immediately just start dying laughing because I'm like, I mean, you got your sports bar. You did get your sports bar that you wanted, and they did kind of get Mexican. So,
oh, I got Mexican, all right. And I like the view. Yeah, that's on their Facebook page, is what I was saying. I was like, yeah, that's what they look like serving me Modelo's. Yeah, look, Bailey will second.
Oh yeah, Bailey was there, wasn't he?
Yeah. So bad. Yeah, dude, I'm not even playing, bro. You would have been in fucking. You'd have lost your shit in there. I was like,
I've been in these. I've been.
Okay.
Plenty of time.
Okay. Look. Okay. Well, they were. I mean, like their nipples were out. Like I can see his butthole, and she's serving me tacos, and I'm like, fucking, like, where do I put my dollar bills? I don't know. It was literally like Daytona, but with tacos. You know what I'm saying? So
I know exactly what you're saying.
That was the first little night tip. She had an ass that could talk. Dude, I'm talking about these girls had fucking paddy wagons. And I was like, I was in love. I was drooling. And then Vince and his girl showed up. So I was like, hey Vince, you want a taco, man? You want Vince?
How did that go?
Oh, I don't think she cared to be there at all.
I don't think she cared to be there.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. That place.
I feel like she probably just anytime that Vince is like, "Hey, we're gonna go meet up with Dakota," she's probably already like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, that was where I was like, "Hey, meet us here, Vince." So that place is awesome. But dude, anyways, got all the way to Sunday, and then when I woke up Sunday morning, I was kind of like, "Oh, this is it. This is why I'm here." And I was like,
"This is it."
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh man," and I was like, I'm not gonna get sad. I'm not gonna get upset. And I was like, Sunday morning, I was just like depressed, dude. I was so like, I was like a sad boy. And everybody's like, hey man, I felt like I was driving the car. Like, like I've met up with the boys and they're all like, hey man, it's okay. Everybody's giving me hugs and shit. And I'm like,
God damn it,
I'm like, I'm like, it's okay, let's go to the race. And fucking dude, so I was totally like cool and fine, trying to like reflect and soak everything in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the pre-race started with driver intros, I started getting like real sad. And then when they did the national anthem, I was kind of like getting butterflies. And then they said, or like I'm already got my scanner on, and Kevin Spotter, Timmy was like, all right, let's start it up one final time, buddy. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
I knew that would get you.
Dude, I fucking lost. Dude, I fucking started bawling, dude.
Start it up one more time, buddy.
He said, let's start it up one final time, buddy. And I fucking lost it. So then I'm bawling like a baby. They're doing pace laps. They're doing the pace laps, and Kevin's kids come on the fucking come on the scanner and are like, we love you, Dad. And I'm like,
yeah,
dude, I was a mess. Well, then the race starts. I'm still crying, and
especially
then
little girls. As a girl,
I know.
Dad, you're all like, oof.
Did you get to hear any of the audio? Like Stuart Haas stuff was sharing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's adorable. So
right,
all that, and then Kevin, well, then the race starts, and I kind of get into like, let's fucking go mode. And Kevin goes charging in a second and is like chasing down William Byron. And I'm like, let's fucking go. When he took the lead, dude, was stage 2, I was fucking losing it. I was losing. What was super cool though was that whole place like fucking erupted. Like everybody in the stands was fucking cheering for Kevin, and it was pretty cool. Like just like, whether you like him or hate him, like everybody
Right.
was happy to see that.
Right. Yeah.
And so that was super cool. Like you could hear the
Well,
crowd like over.
I was
the
gonna
car.
ask, did they make a big note of it at the stadium, like on race day, or was it more like about the championship?
All the intercom and everything was like, starting his final career race and all this, and then qualifying was pretty cool. Like people because in his first group he took the pole, and the whole place like erupted. Like when Chase Elliott gets the pole, like when Kevin got the pole, everybody was like, yeah. So that was
cool.
pretty cool. And watch him qualify one last time, that was sweet. And but when the whole crowd went nuts when he took the lead, and I literally was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna win this fucking race!" Like I was flipping out. But then one bad pit stop, we never recovered. It was whatever. Yeah. Ross Chastain had the car to win. But then, dude, I was like 75% just watching Kevin, but then like, oh yeah, we have a championship battle going on. Like, where's everybody running? Kind of was half paying attention to that, not really, just really paying attention to Kevin. And but then I was rooting for Blaney. Kind of wanted William to win it too, like whichever. And when Bell wrecked, I was like, oh shit, now it's just 3 of them. And then it looked like Larson had nothing all day. Byron just needed to keep in control, but then Blaney definitely had the car out of the 4.
Yeah.
And Blaney got up there and they were duking out, but then those last stops, Larson took the lead. I was like, oh my fucking god, they just gave us to Larson. I was like, no fucking way. But Blaney was like, hell nah. And
No,
Blaney passed the shit out of him, and it was fun because everybody was like, come on, girl. Like, it's 30 to go, championships on that. And to me, out of the fucking 4 Phoenix champ races we've had, that's the first time we've seen like a battle for the championship.
Yeah.
Like Larson tried to hold him up. He knew he couldn't, but we've always seen like a last pit stop and that guy checks out, or he just wins the race and la-di-da. We never see
just dope that the battle wasn't even for the win.
It wasn't for the win. So that was the first.
Cool too.
That was the first time in forever too.
Yeah.
And it was super cool. But it was like, we haven't seen like a fight for the championship. We've just seen like, oh, that guy, they had the better car. So it was fun. It was cool. Glad Blaney got it.
It was like one of the better. I mean, we'll get into it, but yeah. I know you were there, so you probably have different.
It was awesome. It was electric.
It was a good race.
It was electric. Yeah, I thought the race was like not great. Like the race, like that was a good race.
Like for the championship race, like at Phoenix, this was.
I was totally fine. It was totally funny that and then Ross and Blaney battling. I was like, Blaney, chill, bro, chill. Like, just you're good. But you tell like Blaney's like, nah, motherfucker. But then
by the way,
Ross,
how'd you feel about that with Ross's?
Oh, I was fine with it. I was fine. I was like, dude, I hope Ross doesn't like put him in the wall or something. Something
that would have been bad.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
So don't Ross it.
I was cool with it, and I actually kind of respect it that he's like, no, I'm trying to win a race.
Yeah,
I get that, but also if he would have put him in the wall, everybody would have been like, you know what, suspend Ross Chastain. Like, you can't do that.
I think other people would have pulled over. Maybe some other drivers probably would have pulled over.
That'd be interesting. The best move to pull over would have been like, was Seabell still in?
No, he was out.
He was out by then. So Willie B was the furthest back. Like Kyle Larson goes right past him. Then Willie B slows down. It's like, you know what? No, out of respect for the race, make Larson look like the asshole just because you don't have a chance to win.
So. Well, that was the thing. So Chastain won. Blaney finished second.
Right. Yeah.
And then la-di-da. And then it seemed like Ross was doing burnouts, and everybody's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Blaney the champion, woo! Dude. Confetti. And well, it was cool because Blaney did a burnout for the second time in his career.
Right, yeah.
And then he's burning it down, and Ross is doing a burnout by him, and like they're just burning it down. And Ross is over here. Ross kind of went over to 3 and 4 and did his little celebration and let Blaney have his moment, which was respectful.
Yeah, that's good.
And so the fans
also, I understand like Ross wanting to burn it down a little bit too. Like he did just win a race.
Well, they're both doing burnouts,
right?
So
cool. I'm cool with both of them burning out. Yeah,
yeah. And then and then like they're kind of like, you know, in between interviews, they're like, and Kevin Harvick and la da da. It just seemed like it was totally like, yeah, Blaney, your champion, Kevin Harvick's last race, Ross Chastain. Like it just kind of the whole vibe was like, oh yeah, who won the race? Who cares?
I don't think they were prepared for it. They're
No,
kind of
I
like,
don't think they were
somebody else
either.
won?
Yeah, they're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, they're like, what do we do?
Yeah, oh shit, somebody's go over to victory lane. No,
Does
we're in
he
victory
still
lane. No,
do
this
we
is a
still talk
champion
to
victory
him?
lane. Yeah, it was weird. It reminded me when God, I think it was one of Jimmy's. It may have been Tony. When Denny Hamlin won at Homestead, the final race, but like Jimmy won the championship or something.
Yeah.
And they were like an hour of Jimmy celebration, and they're like, oh yeah, and the winner of the race,
yeah,
Denny Hamlin or something. And it was like, oh
it
yeah,
was
I forgot.
similar.
I forgot.
Very similar.
Yeah. So it was cool and all, and it was like, oh yeah, shit, Ross won, I guess. Okay. It was cool, man. It was good. It was like I was happy, and I was totally like, "Holy shit, Blaney's a champion! That's fucking weird."
Yep.
Like, hey, I wanted him to win, but then thinking about it, like now, I'm like, Blaney's a champion.
Yeah.
Then I was like, Penske back to back, 2 Ford
Penske
championships
back to back cool.
Yeah,
But Ryan
like,
Blaney
okay.
champion still is a weird pill to swallow.
It still comes off the tongue weird.
It does, man.
I'm like, wow, really? Okay.
If he, like 3 years ago, Blaney, if he would have kept up that trajectory instead of falling off, at this point I would have been like, I would have been like, oh yeah, that makes sense for him. Like this is his time to win a champion. But it's been at some down years to the point that I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like I don't think he had it in him. So
yeah.
I mean, what did he get? 3 wins all season?
Struck when the iron was hot. He did. That is literally like that win at Dega's lit a fucking flame. It seemed.
Yeah,
he rode in the middle, kind of all year. Had some speed at times.
I'm gonna be completely honest though. Ryan Blaney winning to me has been a sour kind of taste in my mouth about the playoffs.
About the playoffs. Yeah. So I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer.
I'm gonna be honest.
I talked to I think I was talking to Cody. It had nothing to do with Kevin. I may even said it on the show, but this year was the first. I've always been pro playoffs.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about it on the show.
Yeah, this year was the first year I've kind of been like, kind of sick of seeing this shit.
Yeah,
like I think it's time to do something else, or like make some alterations. Like I think there can be some adjustments. I think there can be a tweak, but then also when you start molding and changing things, then what was the last 10 years?
I get that too. Yeah, it's a tough,
just muddying up the pool.
Right. Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't have an answer because I get that point too. And I think Ryan Blaney winning, and this is what I was saying on their podcast the other day, was everybody's talking about it. Everybody's saying how Ryan Blaney winning the championship is good for the sport. I think I'm the only person that thinks it's actually not good for the sport, because the people that actually watch the races throughout the whole season, like me and you, we're both just now talking about how the playoffs weren't great to begin with. It felt weird. And then Ryan Blaney winning kind of feels weird. I think William Byron winning the championship would have been the best thing for the sport. Just because
I think it would have made more sense. And
because he was like, everybody kind of viewed him as the champion this year. He's super young, so he has a lot of time left. It's Hendrick. It's
how many years have we noted that like the regular season champ or that guy that had the most wins should have won it. He should have won it. Notable, ironically, Kevin Harvick. Everybody was like, Kevin should have won it that year.
What is that, 2? At least 2.
Yeah, so it's like
people
always say that, and it's kind of like, what if we're saying that, then clearly there's something wrong. Or like, yeah, they won the championship, but so and so had the best season. And it's like, well, that guy with the best season should have be your champion. And then I also hate is like, why are we even entertaining Winston Cup points at this point? But when you look at the fucking stats and you're like, oh, Jeff Gordon would be a 7-time champion and Kevin Harvick had 4 championships by now. And you're like, well, that would have been sweet.
Yeah.
Like you're like,
no, when I look at the Winston Cup stuff, I am like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. Like that guy was the champion that year.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Every name on that is the name when I see the year and that name, that's who I think of for that year.
Like, and it almost makes me feel like I get this Game 7 shit, but I almost am kind of miss the like old chase. Like Reese racks 10, 12, 14
Yeah.
whatever the number is. Re-racks, 10 races, points reset, those 10 races, that's it. And I'm almost kind of like I almost feel like I'd like that better right now. Like the a chase format down to the final race of like, hey, he's 30 points back or something. I don't know.
I know
It just
you're
kind of
not.
sucks.
I know you're not a sprint car guy, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to convert you. I promise, because I don't care that much. But the new high limit series
Yeah.
is gonna have a weekend series and a midweek series, and so you
Like
can
2 different
choose
series.
to run in both or
Oh,
one or the other. So like Larson's gonna run full time in the midweek series, but then
okay.
like Rico and some of the bigger names will run full time in the weekend series. And so that's they do it like points based. And so I don't know. I'm gonna follow the midweek and the weekend series for high limit in 2024. I'm gonna watch every single race, and I will report back if the point system works better
Okay.
rather than the
That
playoff
sounds
system.
confusing as fuck. Like 2 different series, but at the same time.
Yeah, I think look. I don't know all the details,
I get it.
and Flo obviously is going to announce all that stuff, but it's essentially 2 different series that you can run, or you can run in both. And I think like weekend probably is going to pay more or something, or
Yeah.
like be like it. I guess it would be kind of like NASCAR has like Xfinity and Cup and stuff. So
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I just don't like. Well, that's the thing. I don't have flow, but it's like I don't. I don't get to keep up. I don't know enough. It's like I don't. I don't know enough. It's just like I totally respect dirt racing. I just don't keep up with it to know anything.
Right. So we'll see this next year. I'm gonna keep up with the full thing, and we'll see how it goes.
Are you going by the Chili Bowl?
No,
You made it
no,
sound
probably
so
not.
fun.
I don't think I will. Because yeah, I don't think I will. There's some stuff going on with the Julie Bowl, and then Gateway Dirt National is probably the one I would have gone to, but that's gonna be the same time as our like work Christmas party in Austin, so I'm gonna
Oh
go to that
shit!
instead.
That
Yeah,
sounds dangerous.
it is. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Uh,
Yeah.
but the Gateway Dirt National is that was the one that I went to in St. Louis. You remember that? It
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the arena, like where the Rams
Yeah.
used to
Kenny
play.
Wallace won.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Kenny Wallace won. Right?
I was telling them on the podcast the other night, the rows 1 through 10, because they're super into dirt racing. I told them I
Yeah.
would choose to go to the Gateway Dirt National over the Chili Bowl. It's that much fun.
Really?
Yeah, just the
Okay. Yeah.
environment is crazy, dude. Everybody there's having a good
Okay.
time.
Yeah. I remember seeing
Like
clips and like everybody's like flipping out.
just partying, just nonstop
Yeah.
partying. They're like partying in the
Hell yeah.
pits, dude. It's just like the party
Oh
is
shit.
everywhere. It's awesome. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
Um. But yeah, dude, the way the playoffs ended is like I acknowledge that like Blaney's champion, cool.
for sure. He's
Bat
the
Never
champion. I'm
Explored
not
championship.
disputing that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Like he went out there and is like he went out there and took it. Is how I felt like the end of that playoffs went. Is like everybody was kind of like, I don't know, I'm trying to just get to Phoenix, and Blaney was like, nah, motherfucker, this is mine.
Yeah.
And he went out there and did it. He did what he had to do. Total respect.
What was that thing? I think somebody sent in our group chat where it like broke out the season in segments based on like a certain amount of races. Did you see that?
I don't remember.
And it showed who like the best was for wins and
Oh
all the points
yeah.
based
And
on,
that they were the final four.
and it was like Blaney was the end, like during the playoffs or
Yeah.
whatever. And then there was like a segment that was Larson, William Byron, Martin Truex
Well, that
Jr.
was
at
the
the
thing. Yeah,
start.
that was the thing.
I thought
Is
that was
like
really interesting.
it almost was like even if they did a chase or something or regular season, like they would have been the final top 4 points anyway.
Yeah,
So I'm
because
kind of like,
Cena
well,
broke out. Cena broke
yeah,
out
see it
like
broke
that. I
down
was
like
like,
that.
those were the guys that were like dominant for stretches of time,
Yeah,
and they would get hot and fall off. Like, dude, you remember
yeah,
Chris Buescher? You remember that name?
yeah,
Dude, we
man.
got so hot. Like, and
Yeah,
then
so high.
obviously,
When he was sitting there leading Phoenix, there he led like 20 laps. It was
yeah.
like, no, what if he would have snuck into the final four? Like, oh shit.
If he would have won that
Um,
last race, that really would have cemented his name. But yeah,
yeah, but Yeah, man, it is what it is. I think there's some alterations. I wouldn't be surprised if the next 3, 4, 5 years they do something like now
Yeah.
we're gonna do 3 races for the final round or something,
But are
and
you worried
further
that if
make
they
it
do something,
consistent.
it's gonna get worse?
Yeah, I am. I
Yeah,
am
let's
worse.
be honest.
Or that it's less important. Like Denny was saying on his podcast was like, you don't have to be good at the playoffs. You just have to be good at Phoenix. He was like, if you can just like survive and have some, have a good, if you have to have a good season, you have to be there and be relevant. He's like, but if you're just good at Phoenix, you win a championship.
I
He's
don't know
like, if you're
about
bad at
that.
Phoenix, you don't win a championship. Yeah, I mean, if you make the Final Four and you suck at Phoenix, you're not winning a championship.
Yeah,
It's
but the
kind of
fact that you made the Final Four says something, right? I
yeah,
mean,
I know, but they
you
don't
were more
acknowledge
than
that. They don't acknowledge that.
you were good at more than just Phoenix to make the Final Four. There's no way.
I agree. I agree. I'm just saying, like if you want to win a championship, you just have to be good at Phoenix.
And I would tell Denny, then get fucking good at Phoenix, you pussy. Why aren't you figuring it out?
Oh, another year,
Like
dude.
if
I
you
really hate it.
know,
That's the thing. It was like, well, then, and here's the thing too, is it, Denny chokes bullshit. Like it was a part failure. If the part failure doesn't happen, Denny makes it at Phoenix. Well, if Denny makes it to the Final Four in Phoenix, he doesn't win the championship anyway.
mhm.
They finished like 8th or something.
Yeah,
So
and he always has these words of wisdom, you know.
yeah,
Well, you just
yeah.
if you're just good at Phoenix, you can win a championship, and that's the reason that I don't win championships. Hey, Denny, newsflash, get good at Phoenix, then, dude. You like
Newsflash.
it's your point. What are you talking about? I don't know. Sometimes his podcast just drives me crazy. I'm like, you're the one coming up with this idea, and you
Well, I
haven't
love
implemented.
Jared because he'll throw it in Denny's face. Like,
I
well,
know
no,
I do
you said,
appreciate Jared
I'm
calling him
like,
out.
you said this, and
Yep.
Denny be like, well, okay.
Shut up. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. His podcast is entertaining. I'm glad that we have it. It's
Yeah,
better for all race fans that
one
we
of the
have
better
his podcast.
podcasts.
Are you watching F1? I know you're super into F1.
No, so I did see the thing about the manhole cover, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, that's hilarious!" And they had to cancel the first practice.
Yep.
And then I've seen stuff where, like,
I did like an evil smile. I was like, good.
I've seen like a lot. It's well, like I was telling Felicia, she was showing me something about she was showing me something about like so she saw a celebrity or something was like in Las Vegas at this F1 thing, and
I
she
didn't
didn't
even
even.
realize I'm wearing a Vegas shirt. Oh my
You're wearing
god.
a Dale Earnhardt shirt, and so am I. And
Oh, nice.
so she said something about like, oh, there's like a race in Vegas. Like she didn't know anything about it, and I said, yes. I said, so F1's in Vegas, and it's
Mhm.
this whole big deal because it's in America. I said, however, F1's more of like this celebrity event. Like
Right. Yeah.
only the elite of cool is there. Like it ain't even about a fucking race. It's
Mhm.
like, ooh, yeah, look, we're at the F1 race.
We were wealthy enough to
We're wealthy
go to
enough to be
this
here.
race. Yeah.
So I said, however, it's like this whole event thing. I said, but it from everything I'm seeing so far, it's a fucking catastrophe. And it's turned out to be a goddamn shit show. I said, however, I don't really care what if F1 succeeds or fails. I said, I don't care what F1 does. I said, but
Yeah. I
you
don't
know,
either. I
I said,
mean,
cool, good for them. I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna
I
watch
don't
it.
give a flying fuck about F1.
No, I could care less about
I didn't even
F1.
know
They're
it was
not
this.
gonna get
I
me
didn't know it
into
was
it.
this year. I thought it was like next year.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't either, actually. When I saw the news, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that." Also, what's the big deal? This is the 3rd American race they have now.
Yeah, that's what I didn't get
Like,
either. It's like
they have 3
they were
here.
like, "It's in America." I was like, "Don't they have a Miami and a, Circuit of the
Austin.
Americas?" Yeah.
Yeah. Austin was the first time that they came to America, and then they did Miami, which is the street course or whatever. So, this is the
Yeah.
3rd race in America, and I'm supposed to think it's like a big deal. How many do they have in Mexico?
Yeah, what?
Do they have more than 3 in Mexico? I don't know, but I'm questioning. I'm just questioning. Like, they probably have a shit ton in, like, Germany and Italy or something, I would imagine.
I don't know anything
They
about
booted
fucking.
all the fans out right before they started the second practice session at 1:30 AM, and those people that paid for the day got to see 8 minutes of practice. Oh shit!
How much do those tickets cost?
Yeah, dang, dude, that sucks.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Yeah, sorry about your luck. No refunds.
I just don't understand why this has become like a huge fad. I know, obviously, the Netflix show is the reason for it.
No, I remember what Felicia showed me. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's good. What's up?
It was they had a PGA Tour F1 fucking thing. It was called the Netflix Cup, and it was like all the drivers and celebrities were. It was like a golf tournament, like celebrity tournament thing.
Okay.
At the Las Vegas course. I guess it was this week, and it was like this TikTok celebrity that was there at the golf thing, and Felicia was showing me, and it was super fucking nice, but it was called the Netflix Cup. It was like, and there's all these like they had like Indy cars at the fucking clubhouse and shit, like models and stuff. And it was like just super fancy and like a DJ and like fucking luncheons and shit. Super fancy, super wealthy money and everything.
Hell yeah.
But there was drivers playing golf, and it was like I was like, oh cool, I get it. Like, and they're playing with like pro golfers too. And it was this big turnout thing. And she was like, what the fuck is this? And I just thought it was so funny. Like the golf tournament was called the Netflix Cup, like the F1 Netflix
Right.
show.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's hilarious.
Well, that's why they're doing it. It's like
Yeah.
because it was such a successful model.
Yeah.
That's why Flo did Dirt. Like, let's be
Yeah.
honest. They're trying to like that F1 show was such a success. Every
Yeah,
other
no.
sport is trying to
Yeah.
rip off now.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. I just thought it was
looked
funny.
it up,
Like,
by the way.
people are there and they're like, yeah, this is that thing off Netflix, that show.
This is that show.
The race car drivers.
I just looked it up, and they have this season. They had 3 races in America and 1 in Mexico. So, like, why are we making a big deal about this?
I
Like,
I don't know anything about F1, to be honest.
Yeah, I just had to look it up, but
I know
clearly,
Lewis Hamilton and
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo.
Daniel Ricciardo, I
and
know him.
Van
Yeah,
Verstappen or whatever his name is.
I don't know.
Red Bulls.
Yeah, the 2 you just named are the ones that I would have been able to name.
Yeah.
And then did you see the dude, Lewis Hamilton, like walking in with like MC Hammer pants?
Yeah, so look,
and they
here,
were like, NASCAR
a
needs fashion.
I don't know anything about fucking F1, but I don't fucking like Lewis Hamilton. I know that.
Right. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's a great
Like,
point.
he thinks he's fucking Kanye West or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're a race car driver. Like, stop.
Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then everybody just jerks him off. What kills me is they're like, he's the best race car driver in the world. I'm like, well, he drives F1.
Right.
So put him in a late model and let's see what the fuck he does.
A dirt late model on a short track.
Let's see if he's the best driver in the world. That's
Put
my
him
whole
in
thing.
The Alabama dirt track on a Saturday
Let's see how
night
good a race
at
car
3
driver he is.
a.m. on a street
Put him in the truck
stock,
race at Bristol.
4-cylinder street
I just-
stock. Around,
Well, I
while
even get that
drunk
way with-
rednecks throw beer cans
Well,
at him.
So that's my thing is like, I feel like if you put Larson in an F1 race, he wouldn't finish last.
Yeah,
Like,
you
like,
know what?
I think if you
But the
if you
thing
put
is, the thing with
Lewis
F1,
Hamilton
from my
in an
understanding,
Xfinity car, I don't think he would keep up.
I would love to see this, and I think it's going to be Kyle Larson in the Indy 500 is going to actually have a lot of weight to this now because that'll be an open wheel race car, super race car. So it is a big deal. Like, I'm excited to see how he does in that. But from when I bring that up to F1 fans, they'll be like, well, it just depends on like the car that he's put in, whether like he'll place and stuff. And I'm like, that right there is why like I don't like F1. You just acknowledged that it is totally up to the car that he has put in.
Right.
And people say that all the time. They're like, well, he won't compete anymore because he was taken out of his like Mercedes car and now he's in this other one. And I'm like, oh, so that's now he can never win again. Like, straight up. And I mean, NASCAR is not great about this either. I know we have a lot of the same winners, but compared to F1, it's like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah. The same guy won like fucking 14 races in a row. Can you imagine if Kyle Larson won just 4 races in a row?
Oh man, people
We'd all
would
be
be
like, "Oh,
pissed.
this fucking sucks."
Yeah,
This
people would be
bullshit.
pissed if Kyle
Yeah,
Larson
Jimmy
went
Johnson
4 in a
used to do
row.
shit like that.
And they had to change the whole system.
Yeah,
They were literally NASCAR was so
cut the
pissed that they
show.
were like,
Cut the show.
yeah, they're like, okay, we'll do something else, guys. What do you want us to
I'm
do?
done.
This asshole, this rich asshole from California.
Damn it, man.
All
But
right,
hey,
cool. Well, I'm
we
glad you
had a
liked
whole
Chairgatin.
season. We had a whole
We
season
had a whole
come
season.
in and go, and it was pretty surreal because I was seeing like left turn cult stuff. It was
Yep.
like I was at the first race and the last race. I didn't
Yeah,
know
that is cool.
I've never done that in my life. Or it's like how the year started, how the year ended.
Yeah, that's
Da-da-da-da.
crazy.
And I was
So,
like,
what's the
wow.
feeling?
I did like old. I feel old.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so
feel
do you remember Daytona 500, this last one with Coulter?
it feels
my drunk
like
friend?
God. That feels like 3 years ago, but it
Yeah,
also
right.
feels like 2 weeks ago.
Would you say what was the mindset of that race versus the mindset of this most recent race, Phoenix?
Daytona, like
Yeah,
as a fan,
the mindset going into that race, just your personal
like
mindset
let's
going into it.
fucking go, baby, let's do this. Going to Phoenix was like, I don't want this to end. Please stop.
Oh, okay. So like optimism or dread?
Yeah, no, well, like as a Kevin fan, like going to
Yeah.
Daytona, I was like, let's fucking go. Like I'm fucking here to I'm here to rally, baby. And then going into Phoenix was like, I don't want
As
this.
we
Yeah.
go,
That's exactly how it was.
we remember.
So long,
Lighter out.
partner. Yeah.
All the
Yeah, that's how it
time.
was.
Yeah. So
Oh
long,
man.
partner.
Yeah. It was sad, man. It was sad. I did it. I did the damn
Did you
thing.
enjoy the desert though?
I fucking enjoyed the desert. I definitely, like I told Jim, I was like, like not next year, but I was like in the years or something. I was like, I wouldn't mind like me and Felicia going out there and like spending a couple days or something. Like come out there and see him or something,
Hell yeah.
or go to a race. Like I don't know.
Is he
It was
married?
cool. Yeah, he's married and got a kid too.
Okay.
Oh, and he said he's figuring out he's coming to Spring Dig again, and he wants to drive his camper out there.
How was
Oh
his
wait, Jim's got a badass like
how's
40-foot
his
fucking
ATV?
camper. Oh, dude. Oh, so that was the icing on the fucking trip, bro. Cherry on top. We go back like Monday morning. It was really weird too, because like I usually after the race go home anytime of any race. We like go back to camp, chill out, eat, and go to bed. And then Monday morning, wake up lazily and like slowly pack up camp, which sucked. But
Right.
then we go back to his house and like I don't fly for like 10 hours. Like my flight's like that night. And he's like, let's go on the side and go out in the desert. And I was like, say less. And he's got this goddamn Batmobile badass.
Yeah, dude, it looks like one for racing.
Yeah, he's got this badass. Jim's got it going on. I did not know this. And he's got this badass Can-Am side by side.
Yeah, it's like a
And
professional racing.
they're street legal out there. They got goddamn license plates. And we go like ripping down the highway and turn off this national park into the fucking desert. And we're out there for like hours just like ripping it, dude. And like most beautiful country. That's where I took some of those cool pictures. It was like the sickest background scenery. And then we got out there. We're out there for like 3 or 4 hours. And I'm like, dude, I'm like ready to go back. Like, we got to eat lunch and like I have a flight. But I was like, I'm trying to soak this all in because like I'm never going to see this again. But I'm also like, okay, man, like are we lost? Had a blast. That was super cool because like I don't do shit like that, but it was super fun where I was like, okay, Jim, I've seen the desert. No, it was awesome and
Get me
super
out of
cool.
here.
It was beautiful, but I was like,
Yeah.
do you know where we're at? Like,
How'd you like the desert weather? Was it like cold at night?
dude? Oh my god, it was beautiful. It was like here, like got up in like 80 in daytime. Like it was hot, but it wasn't like Georgia hot.
Right.
You're just like, ooh, if I get in the shade, it's 10 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
But like if you're in the sun, you're like,
Yeah,
oh, I
it's
need
crazy,
sunscreen.
right? Yeah.
And then at night, dude, it got down to like 48, 50 degrees, and you like hoodie and sweatpants.
Yeah.
So in his camper, I had like this guest bed or like this fold out bed, but I just opened the windows, like had screens, and I just like flipped the windows open.
It was cold.
Oh, dude. And I had like a comforter and a hoodie on, and I slept so fucking good. Dude, I slept so good. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and be like, ooh, shit, it's cold.
Me and Samantha used to go camping in the desert all the time.
Fuck yeah, dude. It was cold.
It's fun because it's perfect for like year round. You can make a fire at night in the desert.
Yeah. So
cool.
it was like Dega. It was like Dega You know, sometimes it's like, oh shit, it's chilly out,
Yeah.
and then but
Dang
then
it,
like in daytime you're hot. It was like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It
The
was
difference
awesome.
is in Dega, it's like humid as shit too.
Yeah, no, like I didn't sweat once when I was out there,
Right. Weird,
but
right?
yeah, Dega be dripping down my ass.
Yeah, right. You wake up and you're just already sweating. You're like, all right, here we go.
All right, that's enough. Oh man,
So I mean, do you want to rate this? Like, do we even rate this thing? Like, I don't even know.
we haven't rated the last two. Yeah, we can rate it. Let's do one final rating of the year. We owe it to our listeners if they're still there, and we owe it to the rest of our list. I being there,
We
I'm
owe
gonna
it to
go ahead and write mine
ourselves,
down.
dude.
I'm gonna give this.
Actually didn't write it
I wrote
down.
it down,
I did not.
but mine's gonna be different because I was there. Race wise,
Right?
well,
Yeah, I definitely.
all right, I wrote mine down. I started to go high and I stopped myself.
You stopped yourself?
Well, I gave it a moderate rating, not like what I wanted to rate it.
Okay. Let's see. That would be. Okay, you want to hear mine?
Yeah.
7.2.
Okay. I gave it a 7.9.
Oh, okay.
I started to give it 8.0 and I said, nah, let's be real. And I said 7.9. Like it was probably the best of the last 6 to 8 Phoenix races, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess if I'm thinking like
think of
strictly for Phoenix,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then like if there wasn't a championship battle, that race was like, eh.
So I was just looking at like where I ranked some of the other ones, and 7.2 would be right underneath the Daytona 500.
Oh shit! I didn't even rate the Daytona 500.
Oh,
You gave
and
it a
Richmond
7?
won.
Richmond won. I gave it 8.1.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
you gave way higher than me.
you gave
Well,
it
either
7.2,
way,
yeah.
I had this ranked right at Richmond
Yeah,
1, and
yeah,
so did
yeah.
you. You had this ranked right at Richmond 1. Okay.
Yeah, sounds right. Sounds
Yeah.
right. But yeah, man.
I want to
another
average up all my scores. I wonder what the season
Yeah,
is.
I have a couple gaps. I need to go in there and rate them. But yeah, man. Fuck, another season in the books. We fucking did it.
We did it, man.
I'm feeling old and tired.
I'm definitely feeling old and tired, specifically right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm supposed to go hunting in the morning, and now I'm starting to think I don't know if I am.
Well, I thought I was going to be going to the track in the morning, but now I don't know if the gate's open until 4, so I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Maybe later.
Yep. So I'm just going to keep drinking this beer.
Fuck,
All right, man. Anything else?
All right. Fucking thanks for joining us for another season. Thanks for joining us for another episode. Fucking enjoy your off season. I know once Daytona comes back, we'll probably be like, dude, I'm so excited. He's gonna
and then halfway through the season, we'll be like, we need a break. So,
yeah,
it's the same shit every year.
Yeah, I think I just getting old, man. Getting fucking old. We're not old, but I'm just fucking busy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of shit on my plate.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been fun. No one pays us to do this. We do this for fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I guess we'll holler at y'all next year.
Peace.
Peace out.